Even she's tired. I hope it's not that expensive because I'm going downtown, someone may sing all this covered snatch it from my when I was in Malawi, there is in Malawi what happens, I can tell you. Not many white people, in fact, come in Malawi and work as doctors, volunteers, Peace Corps, American Peace Corps volunteers and all. And what they do is, when they go from Malawi, they give a farewell party. Not the Malawians. Malawians don't give farewell party. Okay, the white people who go there, they give the farewell party. So, yeah, so in my department out there, I told that, look, in India, we don't give farewell parties like this. We receive farewell parties. You can take any number of parties till the time I am here from me, but when I am going, I will not give you a farewell party. Okay, so they made sure that I was given a farewell party, and that's what I was going to tell. Two things happened on that day. Something which was unusual. They gave me a farewell party. They got me a vegetarian pizza. Okay, and that was, of course, very cold because they bought it from somewhere, And second thing they gave me was a wooden carving of Malawi with all the lions and rhinoceros and hippopotamus and elephants on. So it is something like a wooden this thing. But on the top of it, of course, your flag is always there. Yeah. So is it? Okay. Now. He's okay, great.
Is yours?
I like camels. We used to own camels. These are very, very simple people, Camels are very simple. It was Dongle CASS. Dongle CASS, I think you know. In Kerala, the battleground. Yeah, so he wanted to share the chamber with me, and because this is important, you have to always see when you met first and what you thought of each other. Yeah, so he came as usual, as Mr. Gary comes in a room, with a proper straight back and complete diplomatic attitude and sophisticated attitude, and said, I want to share this thing with you. And actually I'm a little loner, basically. I have been a loner. I like to remain alone and I don't like to talk too much. But unfortunately both my professions till now needed me to interact. And I had tried to, in fact, beat my own, shyness, or you can say low self-esteem, or whatever it is, to talk. And so I just tried to evade Mr. Gere by saying XYZ things, that you are a part-timer, you may not be coming around, I am the one who will be over here in the weekend. If I need the keys, where I'll find the keys and all. That was a way and I think no one wanted to share the room with me. No Eritrean wanted to share the room with me. Yeah, that was nothing. Not exactly, but yeah, you took the cudgels to come into my room and ask for sharing the room, right? And I said, in no sophisticated way, I was straight, blunt, I said no. Okay, gave few reasons, and that was that. I felt bad at the end of the day. It's not because Gary came and asked to share the room and I said no. It's only because, I am a little in myself. It's very difficult for anyone to get into me. Or I don't allow people to get into me. That is my problem, So, but that was the first approach, and of course, with time, Ephraim shared the room with me. Even he had a hard time, maybe for one day. How many days? But seeing him, his jolly face, his smiling face, and, I felt pity on him, or you can say, what can I say? That, look, I may be what I am. I am a product of my prejudices or my nature. But this boy is well behaved, he's coming, he's nicely talking to me. So why shouldn't I be nice to him? So I tried to make him comfortable, and we stayed there for, say, a couple of months, for a semester or so. And then, of course, the coup d'etat happened, and business guys came, and we went down, and here he wanted someone from his own this thing. And I think there was one guy in our department, and for the first 6 months, I didn't even knew that he belonged to our department. Because Emmanuel definitely yeah, so he used to come to my chamber, and where is Ephraim? Whenever Ephraim has gone there, and Ephraim used to tell he has good collection of movies, so I used to take movies from him. He had a really good collection, and 6 months elapsed, and once this gate, I was coming from my home, and he was going out, and he said hello, I said hello, and I asked, where is Ephraim? Because by that time we were having a good relationship, myself and him. Bola, Dr. Manish, you know Ephraim's name, do you know my name? Bola, no. Because I didn't know his name. I never asked his name. Because I thought he's from a different department, he's Ephraim's friend. He comes and goes, That's it. Okay. Bola, my name is Emmanuel, and I am from your department. So after 6 months, I came to know that his name is Emmanuel, and he belongs to my department. Unfortunately, he doesn't belong now to our department. But that was our first interaction. With Mikal, of course, she had been our student. I'll not say my student, because there were other faculty members also who had a share in shaping her what she is today. I'll not take any credit because I didn't teach her too much, because her interest area is different, my interest area is different. If she still is obliged by my teaching, then so be it. But I don't take credit for whatever my students will achieve in the future, because whatever you will achieve, there are 2, 3 factors there. One is luck, one is your hard work, perseverance, patience. Of course, the financial background from which you are coming, though it's a socialist country, but still financial help does help. And of course, for me, I feel hard work and luck are 2 important factors in your further growth. And don't leave the habit of reading books and watching television, watching current event, this thing. Be in touch with your peers, colleagues, friends. Be in touch with your immediate seniors and your teachers, like Mr. Gay, he's around, Ephraim, Nikal. If you have any problems regarding anything, any book you need, any research material you need, any clarification you need, any scholarship opportunities you are looking for, I think you should in fact meet them and talk to them and see. But again, being in Eritrea, we don't see things moving fast, but at least what you can take is the right step. Don't get disheartened, that's the most important thing. Don't get disheartened just because, look, I did my MA after, you can say, I graduated in 96, 97 from medical college, then I did my MA after 12 years. So, and that was not because, and I paid for my own MA. Okay, no government scholarship. No, my father also said that I will not be paying a single penny. You are already a qualified dental surgeon. You don't need money, And I had a family to look after, and thankfully I had a good company during my MA and my PG diplomas. Couple of days back, one of my classmates have retired from Armed Forces of India as a brigadier. He is a retired brigadier, and the other one retired as a full colonel. So, and they are into now civilian life, and we shared good times, and they are still in touch with me. So, I mean to say is, you are lucky if there is no gap between your BA, MA, PhD. But that doesn't mean that you have lost those years. You should gain experience in those years. You should see the practicality of life in those years. You have to interact with people from different cultures in those years. You can make a general impression about different people from different ethnicities, different religions, different countries. You can make a general perception, but all people are different. Okay, and you should always put yourself in those people's shoes, what kind of product they are, of what kind of culture they are coming from, why they are saving money, okay, why they are sharing room. Okay, these things may not be acceptable in other cultures, but of course, when you go abroad, you also want to be paid in dollars, you also want to save some money to be sent back to family, so you should always understand the other persons. You may have a certain perspective, you should always understand. That is in fact the knowledge which I am saying, which will not be given by BA, MA, PhD, will not be these kind of knowledge. This will come only with keen, observant eye, with little bit insight, then you will come to know. So I will again thank Mr. Gare for being a part of the department. We have already thanked Mr. Zarai. He was also a great help. Mr. Gare, in fact, had gone beyond the call of the duty to get things done, and he had been a great moral support to me, because at so many times, in fact, I wanted to give it. And in fact, a couple of days back also, I went to the dean and said that, let me be relieved, but again he said, your contract is 30th and there are no plans for travel and all. But again, of course, till you guys go, I'll be there. Unfortunately, after that, there is nothing left in the department, and I thank you guys for inviting us, and this is in fact a night to honor Mr. Gare. The more I say it is less for this giant of a man, who looks like Napoleon Bonaparte, but he's a giant of a man, and what can I say? I wish I continue a fruitful interaction with him the rest of my life. I'll pass on to our baby of the battalion, Ephraim, to speak few words in honor of Mr. Gare. Come on, you can always honor Mr. Gare. No, it's not about
tell you, but it's about it.
No, it's because I felt bad. Yeah, of course. We are poor people, so we couldn't buy you a big one like you bought me a big one. So we went for a smaller one.
As I say, it's not about the size.
Yeah,
it's about
I was in fact I'm
intentional.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, sweet. Whose idea is this?
Everybody.
I hope it fits. I hope it fits in your. Before Gare says his speech and all, I will say one thing on this. We were discussing when we were getting him this gift, Gare had his eyes on my watch, for long. And I thought of, in fact, giving him my watch, but as a gift. But that would have been a second-hand gift, first of all. And then I remembered some movie, and I was discussing with my colleagues here. Yeah. Help. Yeah. That there was a movie called Red Heat. The hero was Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you know him. Yeah, so that's it. Arnold Schwarzenegger. John Belushi. So at the end of the movie, it was a thriller, it was drama, it was action. There was this scene at the end when he's departing for Soviet Union because he's a Soviet cop, Arnold. And this guy is a Chicago cop. So he said in our country there is like a typical Russian style. That is a tradition, like we change the one thing for another. So he gives his watch to him. So John Belushi also got emotional and all. Oh, okay, if there is this culture and this tradition, I'll take my watch. Take this. And this month. Then he sees, oh, it's a $20 East German watch, which he gets from Arnold. And he has given a couple of $100 watch, Western technology watch, So that way, I thought if I give him an expensive watch and he gives me his watch, then the situation would be the same, Because so don't get emotional when you exchange gifts. Yeah, you have to be careful when you exchange gifts. I think bracelet is a better option than.
Perhaps I hope so. When I was looking for your watch, I was looking for the brand, not for a word.
No. I know. But I mean to say, this is an emotional occasion. And I was thinking, not he was thinking. Are you getting me? He appreciated the watch and I had nothing left back home now. Because I overstayed my, my time. June was the maximum I was thinking. Are you getting me? Now we are in October. All the e-tables are gone. All the new things which could have been given as gift are gone. Everyone has been given whatever I had, in fact. There is nothing except torn jeans and torn, in fact, shoes, and everything is torn from inside, So I had nothing. And the only emotional gift I could have given was this thing. But that again, it would have been a funny situation. It's better to give him a new gift. As and when he comes to India, I'll get him this one, no problem. A new one. Not an old one. As in when he comes for a seminar or a conference and the state allows for a workshop or something, I hope I hope to meet him, maybe not in India, but maybe somewhere else in the world. Yeah, it would be nice and pleasure to meet him. And I now request Mr. Geridaman to say a few words and come for a closure to this wonderful evening.
I don't know what to say, but I probably have said a lot of things before. First, thank you everybody for this, I can say, emotionally touching evening for everybody. Don't worry, not emotionally touching. I'll meet you, I'm sure about that. I think everybody has said a lot of things about this department and you particularly. There are a lot of students like you here, and hardworking, competitive students who struggle a lot through the 4 years of college. In that way, you're like everyone in the college. But there is particular thing that I have seen throughout the 3.5 years I have been in the college about students in this department, and that is the sense of self-dignity you carry yourself within the institution, the discipline, the protocol. I was just talking with Mikkel during the event, the certificate awarding ceremony. There was a moment that reminded me about particular things about you guys, you and your former colleagues. And I can see that it stretches back to even former batches like a friend. Not only the recent ones, the CASS batch and the one before it, but also even to the earliest batch in this college. In addition to the hard work, in addition to your academic eagerness to be dignified, to be formal, and to be someone with self-preservation, are qualities that are rare in people. So on top of your academic qualifications, you were self-respecting, and that I admire a lot. So you guys are, when we say you're particular, you're special, it doesn't mean in a way that you're different from your colleagues. You're the same as your colleagues, but you have something that makes you different, and that's, from my perspective, it's the self-discipline you have, the self-respect you have, the dignity you have. On top of that, there is a thing I regret. In 2009, when the college was opening here, I was officially asked to be transferred here from my bosses, since they were and still are eager to keep this department in particular running, but also the entire institution to run, since it corroborates the government's intentions. It is a social science college, and we have a lot to go in all the disciplines, but particularly in social sciences. And I refused it, because back then, when the college was starting, first I was just only 3 years after I had graduated, so I was emphatically in love with my institution and with my new job. And on top of that, I still had my nostalgia with the institution. I was unhappy the way the university was dismantled, and I thought these institutions were below the qualifications we need for academic institutions, and I thought I would be regretting my opportunities, not myself. I had nothing but them, but I thought I would be endangering my future by coming to the institution. When I look in retrospect to that time, I regret it. I should have come. Because the 3 years I have been here have shown me, in a way, the things I could have not only contributed, but the things I could have got by staying here, personally. There is a saying I love, a British saying, and it goes like this. Don't be afraid to get into relationships, into knowing people, into meeting people. If they're good, you have friendship for life. If they're bad, you'll have lessons for life. And there was nothing bad I can say in this institution. Honestly speaking, I was a part-timer. Probably I was shielded from a lot of bureaucratic things in the institution. It might be annoying to people who have been here as full members of the institution to say that there is nothing bad in the college. There is, but personally, I didn't get anything negative. As long as I know, I had the chance to reconnect with my academic self. Had I been in the office, I'll probably still a self-informed bureaucrat who thinks knows everything. By coming here, I have realized that I have a lot missing intellectually and academically. You guys have helped me to connect back with my favorite subjects in the discipline, honestly. I love theory, political thought. I wouldn't have had the chance to read again and again on these subjects had it not been for coming here. So, in a way, I benefited probably more than it did from my presence in the college. Besides, I had the chance to teach you from the very beginning, I guess, starting from Western political thought, right? Yes. And as Ephraim have said, I've seen you guys transform academically, transform personally, the way you interact, the way you manage your communications, the way you approach me even, the way you approach even the other staff members. So your economic and personal growth gave us, everybody, I guess, a boost in our morale. Seeing you grow, seeing you improve academically, in many instances, besting us in a very subject matter we were assigned to teach, it had an unimaginable impact on the way we carried our tasks in the department. It was an exceptional department for a reason, as I have said, as I have mentioned. It's not because we are special from the other members of the community, but for particular personal characteristics and for particular values that we have come to develop and cultivate in the department. I can see the reflection of it not only in you, but also in the former graduates of the department. Ephraim, we have a sample here. Some of the best, not only academically, but also in terms of the fact that they are very much a cultural individuals. So it was an unexpected metamorphosis in my personal experience. The last 3.5 years are going to be some of the best remembered years in my life, I can say. I love teaching. I hope you do agree with me. I have always tried to perform my lecturing tasks with passion. That's what I thought. I don't know. You guys are better evaluators of my performance. But regardless how people reflected on my teaching experience, I greatly enjoyed them. You should know that I was always happy. You probably haven't seen me in Asmara. The moment I arrive here, I'm always smiling. Thanks to this amazing faculty member and the students who are always eager to be in class. thank you so much for being a good students, for being disciplined students. I have never seen any brawlings between students and teachers in our department. We see that in every department. I mean, we all have our own misgivings, both individually and collectively. You might have your opinions about us, you might have your criticism of us, but you're dignified enough to preserve it to your service. And that tells a lot about your character. It doesn't mean we as students and instructors haven't had any disagreements or quarrels or misgivings toward each other. We probably do. But you were, smart enough or understanding enough to keep the things you have to keep to your service. We see a lot of brawlings and fighting in departments, extending to physical violence. Yeah, I've heard a lot of in the college. Even you can witness yourself giving me great dispersal season. People howling over there, crying, making faces. Thank you for being respectful students. That's what I can say. About my colleagues, I have a lot to say in private to them. But they were all good. You should know that.
I am happy that you are going tomorrow. 12 o'clock is the bus service.
Exactly. They are only in the morning.
I will come late.
One thing I have seen is, as an outsider, I have the chance to look at the department from two perspectives. One is, thank you for taking me as an insider, everybody here. I was an insider in the sense that I had full access to everything going in the department. Thank you guys for trusting me that much. The other thing is, as an outsider, I have also the chance to look at it from an external perspective. And there is one thing I'd like to share with you about the staff members. Now we have only 4. Before we had other members of the department, Hindu, Aron, Emmanuel, in his own way. One thing I have always admired about this department is its internal integrity and its willingness to go as far as fighting both individually and collectively for the department and for the students. As I say, we all have our shortcomings, our misgivings, our grievances, criticisms of each other. And you should definitely have more to ask and complain about the department. It's your right, But one thing you should know is everyone here has always fought for the department and for you. So I know you're grateful within your hearts, but it's also good to know that your lecturers have always shielded you from a lot of complications within the institution. You know, the institution it's a big institution. You're talking about a national institution. It has its own problems, challenges, and complications. And the department is part of this has become a victim of these complications in its own way. There might be excuses, some of them justifiable, some of them only explainable but not justifiable for the closing down of the department. It is because these staff members, particularly, who have stayed long, Dr. Manish, Zarai, Efrem, and Mikal, who joined the department on its doomsday, that we were able at the end of the day to graduate, to finalize our education this way. So, thank you again for this nice farewell. I will be meeting in life. I hope so. Yeah. Now we're colleagues, you know, our students. We'll not wait until graduation to call you our colleagues. And we hope you will stop calling them as teachers now. You can say the doctor, but it's okay. You're colleagues now. Thank you so much for
I can tell you the most well-behaved GAs are from our department. These guys wish everyone. And look at the GAs of some other department, they move like this. As if they had done postdoc or something, Even I am a double dog. I also don't have that kind of ego some people have here. Those who have just got the job. So that way I can expect you guys will continue the tradition of being humble, respectful, whatever your education, how much ever you are educated. The more educated you are, the more humbler you should be. And the day you think that your education is complete, that day is the end. Again, you can say that is the last day of your life. Even though you will be surviving physically, but intellectually, morally, spiritually, that is the last day when you think your education is over. You should consider this day as a milestone in a long, long journey, which will only end when you are when ashes to ashes and dust to dust. That thing happens, or doomsday happens before that, whatever. So education never ends, and I think you could continue the great traditions of this department, and I think we can call it a night today. And thanks, Mr. Gere, for being the guest of honor. Difficult to get you here, but anyways,
thank you.
I think it was. We could say farewell. Yeah, because I have to go and lot of things I have to do. See,
Just thank you for this last gathering. Also, I'm sure we'll be seeing all of you one way or another. I guess that's it.
who has the key to this?